Hi, my name is Julia and I'm the resource room teacher here at Monteith Elementary. And you are probably watching this video because you have volunteered for our parent math tutoring program. And I would like to just kind of take a quick little walkthrough what the binder and the program looks like. Awesome. So in the office when you volunteer, there is going to be a blue cart with this binder in here. This binder is going to have everything that you need in it. If you open it up, it'll also kind of walk you through briefly on kind of how to work this, as well as my room number and my email address. Going through, it talks about how this program really works. So it was designed to be reviewed frequently and constantly. So meaning that for each grade level, there really are only about 5 to 6 lessons with the ability to add on extensions and for them to be continuously reviewed. Within this binder also, you will notice down here that students are given pre and post tests every 4 weeks to assess progress. On the calendar that will be placed in this binder, pardon me, there will be the post test for each child, and they will be given every 4 weeks, as mentioned, to assess progress and monitoring of the program. In here is the schedule for all of the students. So you'll note that it has the teacher's name, what grade, and the classroom that they are in. There's also a 5-minute window. This is the previous schedule from the year prior. But built in with this year's schedule is a transition time, a 5-minute transition time to transition between groups. Groups will start at 8:45, which gives you a 15-minute buffer to kind of look through the day's lesson, as well as to plan for any materials that you may need. Also within this binder, there is a list of all of the resources that are in our beautiful blue cart. So it kind of goes through, and if you are by chance confused or just need clarification on what a particular object or manipulative I'm referencing, you can go back and look at what is available in that within the cart for the lesson. There is also a section in here for note-taking. This is a really helpful spot for not only myself, but for the other parents who are volunteering, as it just kind of gives an indication of where you left off with your lesson, as well as any additional areas that students may have been having difficulty in, or that they were showing really great progress in, that we could be able to move on and accelerate the lessons. The next part about this binder that you'll notice is there are 3 different tabs. One for kindergarten, one for first grade, and one for second grade. So traditionally with this is you really just start at the beginning. All of the lessons are built upon Common Core standards as well as the everyday math curriculum and a lot of the similar language that our students are used to hearing within their general ed classroom. It's a pretty scripted lesson. So if you look at it, the general focus for a kindergarten lesson is knowing number names and the count sequence and being able to tell the number of objects to compare. You're going to want to first draw your attention to the resources part, which shows you what resources you need to grab for that particular lesson. And then it'll go into the skills. Each lesson begins with a warm-up. So quickly assessing, having students count to 10. If they can't do it, then use a visual cue like a number grid to be able to point to the numbers and go through. Then you'll progress into the lesson. You'll show students objects between 1 and 5 and ask how many. So it really does just kind of break it down. And things that are written in bold-faced print are going to be different types of scripts that you are able to use to either redirect a student or to just kind of navigate the lesson. With every completion of a lesson, please indicate with a dry erase marker that they either need improvement on, you're still working, meaning that you didn't finish the entire lesson, or this lesson was completed. As I mentioned, each of these lessons will be repeated a number of times over the durations of the few weeks. Looking ahead, for example, in a first grade lesson, you'll notice here that this first lesson is working on adding numbers. So when you add numbers, it's at the beginning of the year, it does start very basic, but as students progress through the curriculum and enhance their math foundational skills, we can work on extending and adding that extension to extending the addition sequence. So where it's appropriate, you'll note that there are different lessons that have extension components that usually will happen more at the end of the year. Each lesson is about 12 to 15 minutes. They're meant to be quick, they're meant to be short, and they're really meant to be very on task, very on target, and not a lot of language heavy, but really more the students manipulating and working and being guided in a small group setting. As we kind of go on, here's a second grade lesson, and all of them again are going to have that same layout of the resources, the skills, and then as well as circling the need improvement on, still working, or it is completed. I am available at any time for any questions, concerns that you may have, and I really, really appreciate and look forward to you being a part of this program and our student success. Thank you.